You want to help the people you care about. It's one of the hardest things to grasp, to actually make progress with. Often you might find yourself in a position where you get frustrated with the people you care about because you just want to help them and show them what you know about being healthy, living a happier lifestyle. But they are not seeming to understand it or not seeming to want to participate in it, and so then that just leaves you bitter, and what started as an attempt to improve the relationship or improve the health of someone you care about ended up being something that drove the wedge between the two of you or slightly separated you and made problems worse for them. So how do you help the people you care about? You start by helping yourself. I'm sure you've heard this before. The only way to help others is to help yourself. It's the truth. It's the truth for a lot of reasons. First off is, what can you control? You can't control how the person that you want to feel better feels. You can't control their feelings. You can't control what they do with their life. It's their choices. It's their free will, their ability to choose. You can only control what you can do. You can control how good you take care of yourself, and with that, you raise your vibration. You become a healthier person, a happier person. And when you do that, by law of attraction, the people around you, especially those that care about you, will naturally lift up with you. Not simultaneously, there is a lag behind. You do self-improvement, you're not going to see your family members or your relationship partner or your friends do it at the same time as you, but you may see them start to follow in your footsteps just because you're shining bright. It's like a candle that lights another candle. Just because your flame is lit, people think they can light theirs too, that they can shine as bright as you are. So how do we reduce the lag? Because I understand that it can get very frustrating trying to, improve yourself and then seeing that the people around you are not evolving in the same way you are, and then it's like, okay, wow, like you realize how bad you were before you start improving, and now you see how everyone else is still doing that. It's like, wow, there's a problem, and that can frustrate you, and then you have to practice patience, and it's like, okay, are they ever going to get better? The way to reduce the lag between you improving and the people you care about improving is by letting go. It's by letting go of the need for them to improve. To break this down, when you focus where energy is flowing in your life, where you focus where things are going well for you, such as maybe you're going to the gym and you're starting to see progress, or maybe you have a pet that makes you happy, or maybe you found this food you really like, or this toothpaste that works for your teeth. Focus on those things. Focus on the good things in your life, your friends, whatever makes you happy. And if you focus where the energy from the universe is flowing to you, energy will flow everywhere, even the problems that you have that normally energy isn't flowing to. However, if you focus where energy isn't flowing, such as in some of your relationships or with any kind of problem you're having, energy, or the overall flow of energy to you slows down, because what you focus on becomes reality. It creates more of that. So as you focus more on things that are going well for you, more things will go well for you. So when you allow these people that you care about to be the way they are and not think about it every single day, it's hard if you live with them. It's hard if it's a case with your parents or a case with your relationship partner and you see them all the time. It's hard if you live with them, because that can get very frustrating, and the best way to do that is take some space, not necessarily move away, but make sure you take time for yourself. Get time for yourself. And I lost my train of thought. Well, I was going to cut this, but I'm not going to do that. Focus where energy is flowing. That's step one. If you look at a problem in the same perspective every single day, this is a problem you have occurring every day, and you look at it the same way, your brain routines to the same default thinking pattern of viewing this problem, the same perspective. When you take space from the problem and you just let the problem be as it is, okay, it's not meant to work out right now, okay. You take space from the problem, when you come back to it, you have the ability to have a newfound perspective on it because you gave it a breath. You let your mind rest from thinking the same routine and being frustrated all the time by it. The next step is to accept the people the way they are and love them for who they are. At the end of the day, this is all God's creation. Every tick, every mannerism, every bad habit, every bad deed, it's all a part of the universe that God has created. If you want to use the word God or universe, it's the same thing. Either works. It's weird for me talking about these things because religion has a grasp in certain areas, but whatever religion or belief system works for you, just replace that with when I say God, and it'll still make sense. So, appreciating these negative habits that people have around you and just looking at these people that you care about with love rather than with judgment is a huge step. I'm in shadow right now, aren't I? I kind of want to see. I'm in shadow. Oh, you know what? It's not that bad. This is, sorry about all the breaks. Okay. I'm struggling with this video. It's all God's creation. Learn to appreciate the imperfections in life. As it may be tough when you see these habits killing your loved ones slowly, and some situations are tougher than others, but at the end of the day, this is all the universe's creation. This is all some way how the universe beautifully works together. So if you can appreciate it rather than look at it in judgment, because who are you to judge God's creation? Same thing applies to yourself. Who are you to judge yourself? You are God's creation. If you died tomorrow, would you rather that the last day you spent with your loved ones, you spent in judgment, you spent in frustration, you spent in wanting them to be someone different? Or would you rather have had that last day spent forgiving them for their misunderstandings, for their bad habits, allowing them to be who they are, loving them just the way that they are at this moment? Would you rather die tomorrow knowing that you couldn't help them, but you really tried and they're just not right? Or would you rather die tomorrow knowing that you have a loving relationship with the people you care about, regardless of how they are or what they do? Think on that. With this, there's no longer a need for patience. Also, a lot of the time, the things you judge of other people can often be a self-projection of things you judge about yourself. So tune in with that. Allow that to sit a while and see if that resonates a little with you, and you might learn a little bit more about yourself based on what frustrates you about the people you care about, as they are often reflections of you. The final step is deep listening. I have my book right here, that's why I keep looking down, because this is a bit more of a structured video, and I'm still working with this. It's not a script, but it's just like bullet points. Deep listening is the final step. Deep listening is not just listening. Here's a secret that's going to help you in every relationship of your life, for the rest of your life, that nobody tells you. It's not like in some written manual your parents teach it to you. I mean, maybe your parents taught you it, but your relationship partner most likely won't teach you it unless they're at a certain growth level. The reason why a lot of relationships are in such bad places is because there's a lack of understanding and a lack of listening. In order to listen to someone and truly listen to them, in order to make them feel heard, you don't speak. Sure, you can give them confirmation, you can give them acceptance, you can give them validity as they talk about their problems with you, but that's it. You just allow them to unpack their situation. Don't go and be the guy or the girl that needs to fix the problem, that needs to pull the nail out of their head, because they are the only ones that can do that. There's something called the butterfly effect. When a caterpillar goes into its cocoon and grows to be a butterfly, if another bug eats the cocoon open, so the butterfly can get out, the butterfly can't fly, because the butterfly gets the strength to fly from breaking open the cocoon itself when it's at full maturity. So if you try to fix other people's problems, they can't fly. They have to do it themselves. So at the end of the day, there's really nothing you can do but allow them to be themselves. And if you really want to help them, being that person that listens to them, because most people don't have that. Most people don't have someone that is really just an ear to listen to. Most people don't practice journaling, which helps you put your thoughts out on paper. Most people, their problems are all stuck up here. When you allow them to unpack their problems to you and you just listen and give them validity and make them feel like they are right in a sense, make them feel that they are justified in feeling the way they do, they're able to work out their own emotions. They're able to let out all this gunk inside of their energetical body so that they can feel a little lighter. And you'll see that people start to feel a little lighter after a conversation with you. A couple pounds just came off their shoulders just because you listened. Now, I understand you have lots of good advice to give, and you probably feel that you've been in similar situations to some of the things you're hearing from your loved ones. First off, you've never been in the exact situation, so you can never fully understand a problem. But similar situation, similar life experience can be extremely useful. When do you get to give this advice? Not until every last drop of what your loved one needed to unpack comes out. And when they finish talking about what they're talking about, ask a question first. Questions open the mind, statements close the mind. So ask as many questions to get them to keep unpacking, allow them to feel comfortable, reassure them that this is a safe space. And when they're fully, just completely, everything's out on the table, they might have already worked it out themselves, then you say, may I offer you some advice? Would you like some insight? And if they say no, I'm good, respect that. They've got it. But if they say, yeah, that would be helpful, or yeah, sure, what do you got? That's your chance to chime in. But if you give your advice to them before they give you permission or ask for your advice, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. They're not going to listen to it because they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear your right situation because they're so caught up in their problem and they want to just feel heard. Like they just want to feel justified in feeling the way they do at the end of the day. So, allow them to feel heard. Ask questions, let them open up, and at the end if they ask you for advice or you ask, may I give you some advice, then you give them advice and they will receive it fully because one, you listened and made them feel heard, and two, they verbally said, yes, I would like some advice. Therefore now they are engaged in what you are saying and will fully receive the nutrients and the water that you are offering them in their good seeds. It is a 4-step process to helping the people that you care about. You can also apply these tactics to helping yourself, to accepting yourself the way you are, to loving yourself the way you are, to letting go of the problems you seem to have with yourself every single day, focusing where energy is flowing for you, the good things, the things you like about yourself, and listening to yourself. Journaling is a great way to do that if you don't have someone that you can go and talk to. That listening tactic, I guarantee you, will make these people that you care about 100, double the amount of times, triple the amount of times, come to you way more often with their problems. And there you will build your connection back up to something that it's never been before, and you will communicate. And then you will feel like you have an open space to talk to them. And then that creates a very close relationship. So it's not going to happen from you beating at the wall the same exact way every single day, trying to fix the same problem every single time in the same exact way. Why aren't they understanding me yet? They're not understanding you because they don't feel understood. I hope this helps, and good luck with all of the things that you have ahead of you. Bye for now.